See trees that are green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright precious day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces.
Good morning. Welcome to the center.
Good morning. Welcome to the center.
Hey, Julius.
All right.
You know, when I used to walk around with a camera, I'm like, I got threats. Do you get threatened every now and then?
Not here.
Oh, okay.
Come join us and have some welcoming treats. We're happy here at the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living. It's so good to be here. And I traveled 40 minutes because this is my spiritual home.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, where everything wonderful happens. We welcome you. Come see us sometime soon.
You've been fired. Get comfortable with yourself. Because we are going to do a visualization centering today. So I would like you to get very relaxed as you take in a very deep breath and let it out slowly. And do that again. And on this deep breath, just know you're at the center of that beautiful place where you can commune with the One. And I want you to envision a beautiful white light that will have all the colors of the spectrum, like an opal, flashing from this beautiful white light. And now see that white light engulfing you, spinning around the outside of your body, from your feet, and going up until you are completely encased in this gorgeous white light that you know is the One presence. This white light is protection. It is love. It is abundance in every single way imaginable. It is your prosperity. Now as this white light whirls around you, see it go up above your head, not all of it, just part of it, and come down through the top of your skull, circling around your brain, circling your eyes, every membrane, your throat. And this is a healing energy. As it goes down through your body, it is making any correction that might need to be corrected so that you are always in whole and perfect health. And this will continue on down through your body, through your shoulders, through your chest, down through your arms, your hands, your fingers, your chest, your lungs, every organ within you. As it continues down through your hips, healing joints if joints need to be healed, taking away any wrong thinking, wrong doing, wrong or let's say error cause, which is nothing but wrong thinking. And we're going to sweep that from the body, or your presence is sweeping that from the body, as it allows you to know who you are, what you're capable of, what you are deserving of. Now take a moment and rest in that silence as everything is healed and brought back to perfection. Know this for yourself and allow it to go out into the world. And when it's comfortable for you, bring yourself back into this room, knowing it is done in total perfection, and thanking God for the same.
Good morning. How are you, beautiful souls?
Wonderful.
Well, I know I'm good. I'm so happy to be here with my man. Ah, yes. Beautiful song by Daniel Nahman. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart
comfortable for you, you close your eyes, you just relax, and know, as I pray in the first person, that my consciousness is the center of divine energy. So I am grateful for this day. I'm grateful for knowing, and as I recognize the divine presence, the divine energy, that one life, one mind, one power, that is all in me, through me, and as me. And as this is true in my being, this is true for all those who hear my voice. I know that I claim all my goodness today. Today is a brand new baby day, and I'm knowing and claiming all my abundance, all my wealth, all my love, all my joy and peace. Not only because not only because I deserve it, but because I am it. And the power at the back of it is in me, through me, and as me, as my source. So I'm so grateful knowing this. I'm so grateful knowing and realizing this power, this presence that is surrounding me, that is in me and through me and pouring me in right this very moment. I'm so grateful for this center. It's full of love. I'm so grateful for the Ministry of Prayer that's holding high watch for each one of us here. So grateful for all the volunteers, music, sound technician, and most especially I'm so grateful for all ministers who are supporting and loving us all through the way. So in gratitude and in faith, I am releasing the word, perfect law of love and action. Knowing my prayer is completely and it's done. And together say, and so it is.
So you ready to sing? Let's see if I can get it again without you. That's right.
Swing it, girl, swing it.
Now sing with me, don't be afraid. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Well, I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand, yes. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, you're struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, just let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let the music of my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Come on, I release and I let go. I Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, thank you, Reverend Dan. Thank you, my beautiful friend Rochelle.
Thank you, Patty. Thanks, Rochelle. Thank you, Dave. Good to have you back, Dave. Into the fold. Yay. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, the epicenter of love on this planet. I'm Reverend Dan Jerome, one of the co-senior ministers here, along with Reverend Stacy Hilton and Reverend Cheryl Bell. So we welcome you. We're so glad you're here. I have a wonderful, wonderful morning planned for you. So let's start out with doing my most favoriteest thing. And if it's comfortable for you to do so, please place your hand over your heart and repeat with me. God bless America and the rest of the world. And so take a moment now and recognize that part of the world is next to you. So say good morning.
To welcome one of my favorite people ever. She's our gal. Please welcome Rochelle Cox.
Good morning. Right, so yes, I have a song here. You'll hear Mr. Steve Comst on the is coming to us from someplace apparently, and Kojo Arbe and Gary Olds, maybe people that you know from the Unity days. And this song just speaks to me about anticipating and knowing your good is coming and counting on it. Maybe you know the song, but probably not done this exact way.
Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, as soon as it shows. It may come cannonballing down to the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes it could. Something's coming so good. If I can wait, something's coming, I don't know what it is. But it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock, open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one hand to catch.
Thank you, Rochelle. West Side Story? West Side Story. West Side Story. Yeah, one of my favorites. So, you know, we don't normally introduce our people that have been here more than one time. That's right, because she is family. But I wanted to reach out and just say, give a special thank you to Sunshine for, you know, she's one of the reasons why I ran for the elected position of being on the Ministers' Council. And that's why we put on the Ministers' Gathering. And that was my first, second, third, fourth, fifth time really stepping out of, from my comfort zone. As someone on the Ministers' Council, I'm the liaison to the Nominating Council, and this is why I'm actually talking to you. Because some of you may have an interest in running for an elected position. Some practitioners maybe, just saying. So there's a practitioner council, there's a leadership council, and then there's also a lady council. So some members, you know, may have an interest in the larger organization. So we really need people to run. And we would love your consciousness because you all are wonderful and we love you. So think about it and let me know if you're interested or have any interest in that. But anyway, I told you that I was going to bring sunshine to you today, and as luck would have it, we kind of need it today, right? So Sunshine is responsible for so much as far as this organization is concerned. She is on the Leadership Council. She is an absolutely amazing speaker, prayer, and just a lover of the teaching, and just been such a blessing to me. So I just want to say thank you, Sunshine. Actually, you know, Reverend Cheryl ran and she didn't get elected, but she's now, because she ran, she's now just been accepted onto the branding committee. So it's things like that, you know, running, you may not do this, but God has a bigger plan for you. So with all of that being said, please welcome my friend, Sunshine Day.
Good morning, beloveds. Good morning. Wow, what a joy it is to be in my Las Vegas home and to be here with you today. I noticed in the program that we're going to be talking about God's bounty. I'm glad I got the heads up. I'm going to remember these glasses in a minute. What I'm going to invite us to do together just for a moment is really dive into that bounty. Just so you can have a taste of it and so that you can have a feel for it, and then we're going to talk. Is that okay? Yes. Good. So just gently, right where you are, if you're comfortable, just gently close your eyes. Notice the feeling of being inside. Notice the feeling, this natural feeling of being. Now, it's not coming to you, it's already here. You don't have to imagine. You don't have to breathe a particular way. It's already here. That feeling, that natural feeling of being already is. You don't have to say any chants, any magic words, any mantras. You don't have to get spiritual. We're not preparing to go anywhere. And now gently open your eyes and feel the expansion of just that sense of being, even with eyes open. It is written that it has already been given. Our teaching is there's one power, one presence, one life. That life created everything out of itself. Therefore, the allness that life is, some of us call it God or spirit or presence, that which God is, by virtue of it creating everything out of itself, then I am, and you are. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm in touch. But I've really never heard God say, dang, I hope that check comes in the mail today. You can laugh, it's okay. I've never heard God be fearful or worried about anything, or waiting, it's good. Why do you think that is? I like interactive church. Because it's already there, I heard someone say on this side. It's already there, it already is. God already is abundance, and joy, peace, and power. And if that's the truth of God, and I am of God, God created all things, then that is the truth of all of its creation. So I am God's bounty, if you will. I am God's love. I am God's peace. I am God's power. And see, a moment ago when we just kind of went into that silence and had that sense of being, in that moment, all was whole, perfect, and complete. Would you say that sense of being? In that moment, you were not male or female. In that moment, you were not black or white, young or old, rich or poor, tall or short. In that moment where we were in the silence, just noticing our natural sense of being, we were fully knowing our Godness. And see, it baffles me that even I, but that humanity continues to allow this sense of fullness, this sense of allness, that we continue to allow the world of effects to shake us and move us from the very being of who we are. Oh, but Reverend Sunshine, it's easy for you to say because you drive a nice car, or you have a nice house, or you've done X, Y, and Z. What I did was just get quiet and recognize the truth of who I am. And not allow the world of effects to dictate to me who it projects me to be. But I am the captain of this ship. This week we had the pleasure as ministers to gather in Dallas. Stacy did an amazing job. I hope you know what a treasure you have here, right here in your own spiritual community. And to have Reverend Cheryl and Reverend Dan support her doing this work for our movement on a larger scale is absolutely incredible. Because you see, small-minded people would say, what are you doing out there? Come here, we need you here, you need to do that here. But the here is there and the there is here, there's only the one. And it's that bounty consciousness that allows us to really fully express everywhere we are. But there's something that happens for us as human beings that prevents us from evolving and that keeps us separate from our good. It seems like our good is out there. It's just right there. It's just beyond my reach. I could almost reach it. What's the thing that's keeping us from our good? Some people say fear. And someone said the self. Belief in separation. I'm going to just take those three because this must be the advanced group. So fear, let's just go with fear and help to remind me. Okay, so fear, let me just say a little bit about fear. Fear is the belief or putting power into the what ifs, right? Like, what if I lose my girlfriend or my boyfriend, or what if I lose my money, or what if this happens, or what if that happens? And what ifs, that what if consciousness is really imaginary. It's just the imagination. And so when we now believe in the imaginary, it's called insanity. When you're believing in the non-existential, the things that are not there. When we believe in things that are not reality, that are not true, it is now a socially acceptable form of insanity. Wake up. So if fear is keeping me from my good, whether I think my good is abundance or relationship or family or career or my spirituality, and it's based in fear, I have to be based in reality. It doesn't exist. So something that doesn't exist is keeping me from my good. Look, don't be embarrassed. I do the same thing. We grow together. We grow together here. So fear keeps us from our good. What were the other two? There was the self, and there was the belief in separation. And that is also, in a sense, like fear. Because it is only me, my belief in separation, that keeps me from my good. All of a sudden, I get all dualistic and think that my good is outside of me, and that there's actually something in between. Here's me and here's my good, and there's something in between because now my good is out there and I'm separate from it, and really it's my belief that keeps me from my good. God's bounty is already who I am. It's already here. It's already been given. My task, if you will, is to recognize that it is already here. But see, we spend so much time in our being a person, being me. You know, and the moment that I'm being me, and I'm talking about the small me, the small I am, with my idiosyncrasies and my ways of being, and you know, that I am female, that I'm Latina and black, that I am, you know, curly hair, that I have brown hair, brown eyes, brown hair. You know, when I am now being the person, you know, the person that when the camera comes up, I'm like, you know, that one that's ego-driven, the edging God out ego, not the entertaining God only ego. When I'm invested in that, how I look, because I need to impress who you are, or I need to make a stand on something political or something, whatever. When I'm all up in my ego, edging God out, I'm in separation. When I'm all about the person and what I stand for, or who I am, then I'm in the separation, and of course I'm always going to be separated from my good. But in that moment that we just took, in that natural state of being, we were not all of those things. I didn't have to conform to what it meant to be a woman, or to be a person of color, or to be 55 years old, and what it meant. If I want to skip down the street, they'd be like, you're an adult, you shouldn't be skipping down the street. No, at that moment, I didn't have to conform to man-made constructs of who we needed to be or how we needed to show up in the world. You see, all of that is man-made constructs of how people should behave in the world, or how we should be, or what we need, what status we needed to display in order to be accepted by one another. And see, to the degree in which we continue to put on the charades and continue to wear the masks, is to that degree that we continue to be separate from our abundance, because we're in the personhood instead of being in our God self and being the spiritual human beings that we are. Yeah. You see, there's a balance. But when I spend more time watching the news and spreading my propaganda or doing particular things and not being in my spiritual practice, I forget that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I get caught up in what society says needs to happen or not needs to happen. And when I do that, I am separate from my good. Now, I'm not just talking about prosperity and abundance here. I'm talking about the human connection. I'm talking about our oneness. I'm also talking about how we are with one another. Because I had an employer who would say to me all the time, and I worked for a nonprofit, and he would say to me, "Sunshine, your life is so rich. Your life is so rich. You are so rich." And I'd look at that nonprofit paycheck. And I would think, how much did he think he paying me? Because I don't feel rich right about now. And really, what he was talking about was my life experiences, the places that I get to go, the people I get to connect with and interconnect with. My life is indeed rich. God's bounty. You see, beloveds, when we engage in the spiritual practice of even just that moment, and we take moments throughout our day to pause and to remember what we are, from that holistic place, from that place of entertaining God only and recognizing our God self. It is only then that we begin to receive our abundance. and that others receive the abundance as well. You see, we waiting on so-and-so out there to make it right. When really, the person who needs to make it quote-unquote right is sitting right in their seats. Yes, it's you. Yes, it's me. That each of us, through our spiritual practice, begin to wake up to the shenanigans that we ourselves have been pulling as spiritual people. Playing spiritual. Coming and showing up on Sundays. And as soon as we leave that parking lot, beep, beep, get out of the way! Ask me how I know. Because I saw y'all when I was because there's only one life here. And as it happens in my life, and as I begin to recognize exactly the same shenanigans, I get to go, whoa, whoa. Ooh, I played that one wrong. Forgive me. Let me try this again. Let me spend more time, not in front of the television, not in front of social media. Let me spend a little more time in the being, in that natural state of being, where I'm not all the things society says I am or all the things that I think that I am, but that I am actually being. And out of that quiet, and out of that stillness, and out of that indwelling presence comes the words, I am. And it's a period after that. It's a full and complete sentence. And I no longer have to identify with my thoughts or live in the realm of separation. But in that moment, there's only the one. And I gotta tell you, if it's a pass or failing grade for me, I fail on a daily basis. But this is a course that I am determined to pass.
All right.
Because your life depends on it. Because humanity's life depends on us passing this course. We want to end poverty and the experience of homelessness. It depends upon you. Depends upon us to know who we are. To know and recognize God's bounty. We want to end racism and sexism. Want to end national status and really embrace the world. God bless the world. Then it starts right here. In that little taste of what you had. The little taste of what you experienced. And you see, we want to be in that spot, that place of simply being, and we don't even have to, it's already here. It's already here. We don't have to like get in a plane or go to the mountaintops to feel it. Y'all felt it right here. And everywhere you go, it's right there, right where you are. What we want to do is get so proficient at being in that place of abundance and love and peace and power and joy and oneness and wholeness through that practice of just simply being. You want to get so proficient at that with eyes wide open, you are gazing upon God's beauty and divinity. So much so that there is no separation. We might recognize the beauty and the divinity because we are uniquely different. But wow, we treat each other with that majesty. Because I'm gazing upon God itself, expressing as you. Beloved, your good is here. It is already here. The bounty is already here. We get to recognize through our spiritual practice, through just that simple practice of being, that natural sense of being, you get to realize that you're in reality, that is reality, and that there's no need for the fear, the what ifs. Because as I practice just being me, unmasked, as I remember that in being me, I am part of the greater whole, meaning no sense of separation. As I am in that moment of being, I recognize that thoughts, those thoughts that pass by, I don't have to attach to them. Some of us got Velcro on those thoughts and we just go, we don't have to attach. That we are more than our bodies. We are more than our thoughts. We are the I am in human form. And to the degree in which you remember that that is your truth, you don't have to, quote unquote, get dressed up or do a dance so that someone will recognize you. That sense of I am will be so present and so powerful to allow you to move and have your being on this planet in the most loving and profound way. Not buying into lack and limitation. Not buying into separation and fear and doubt and worried, or this class or that class or those people or them over there. Because of the spiritual practice, become proficient in that. Pass that, you want to pass that class. It's ongoing. It's ongoing. That's the class we want to pass. So that we're genuinely greeting one another with love. And that we genuinely see the divine beauty of each and every human being and lift it up and celebrate it. Because there are no mistakes. Now this might have been a talk about money or God's bounty in terms of finances and prosperity. And what I know is that abundance and prosperity comes in all forms. Peace of mind, health and wholeness, finances, emotional and mental health, physical health, and also financial health. God's bounty is not coming. I hate to tell you, that ain't coming. Why? It's already here. And where is it? Right where you are. So just gently close your eyes one more time. and just tune into that natural feeling of being. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to imagine anything. Just feel it. It's already been given. It's already here. Gently open your eyes and see the bounty and the beauty that surrounds you. I see it. I got the best seat in the house. It is so. And so it is.
Who's grateful to be here today? Please welcome again
My friend.
our girl, Rochelle.
All right, it's beautiful, beautiful. And if the first song was a question, here's the answer. I see trees that are green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright precious day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All right, Mr. Marinelli. I'm glad you're here. Again. Dave Marinelli, folks, showing us the beauty. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends
affirmation, and I'd like everybody to say it with me. Today and every day. I choose to accept. Love and light. Today we worked on having a blindfold over our eyes, just to experience what it's like to be in the negativity, or the anger that we have towards someone. The only person that can take it off is you. But the love is still out there, you just can't see it. Today we wrote a prayer, and I am going to say it with, Ava's also going to say it, but in a different, God is all there is. God is abundance. What God is, I am too. So I am abundance. What is true for me is true for everyone. So we are all abundance. I am ready to accept wonderful blessings. I am so blessed, and so it is.
And so
And then another one would be, God is all there is. God is love. What God is, I am too. So I am love. What is true for me is true for everyone. So we are all love. I am ready to accept wonderful blessings. I am so blessed, and so it is.
And so it is.
And Kim and Gina challenged us to do a prayer every single day when we get up for 5 minutes. And we challenge you to do the same.
All right.
And to meditate. To do a prayer and meditate for 5 minutes.
Challenge accepted. All right.
And so it is.
I want her to breathe because it looks like a doll is up here. Oh my goodness. Isabel, thank you. Isabel, let's clap for Isabel. She's on the camera there. Thank you. Wow, this is so cool. All right, Reverend Stacy, Reverend Dan, get up here. I decided to do it a little bit different. No, I'd like to ask all our visiting ministers and practitioners to please come forward. And I would like for our ministry of prayer team that hold us up every day of the week, day, year, please to come forward so you can see who they are and know that they're here for you always. Good job. Gee, I think Reverend Sunshine will pray us out, but I would think if you could stand and connect, that'd be awesome.
As you rise in consciousness or rise to your feet, whatever's most comfortable for you, just pausing in this moment. I so love the prayer of our young ones. God is all there is, God is love, God is abundance. And because God is love and abundance, that is my truth. And because it is my truth, that is also the truth for each and every person here. We are the unique, unrepeatable, beautiful, magnificent way that God shows up in human form. And so we recognize that for ourselves right now. That to the degree I embrace my Godness, to the degree each of us accepts our Godness, that I am indwelling presence, we then become a beneficial presence on this planet. So we give thanks that we are indeed setting sail now for this deeper dive within our very self, to uncover this great I Am presence, to remove anything that blocks us from the belief that we are separate from one another. We simply embrace the love that we are, and we share it everywhere we go. I am God's bounty. I am God's bounty. And each of us individually and collectively, we too are God's bounty. So for this and so much more, we give thanks. Sharing this bounty, being this bounty, expressing this bounty, being magnificent in our bounty. Together we say, and so it is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.